What's good, YouTube? Andre here with the DM Gaming, y'all. Today, I want to talk about Bandai Namco and, of course, Dragon Ball Game Project Z and why the silence. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? Before we get into that, y'all, if you're new to the channel, or if you've been watching the videos and haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button right now. It helps us out to continue doing what we enjoy doing and making content, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single upload, post, or anything like that pertaining to Dragon Ball Game Project Z. You can follow me on my social media as well as my PlayStation. So when the game drops, we can get on the sticks and play together. So PlayStation ID is Dmgaming5. Twitter is at Dmgaming5, which I do post a lot to Twitter. Twitch is going to be Dmgaming06, which for Twitter, for Twitch, guys, I'm debating still if I'm going to stream the game on YouTube or Twitch. Leaning towards Twitch right now. Follow me there. And then on Instagram at the_DM_network. So, on with the video. Dragon Ball Game Project Z. We are approaching the end of April. I've been wrong. Because I was thinking that we would get information for the game earlier than what we did. And then I was like, well, Dragon Ball game, Super Dragon Ball Heroes coming out on the Switch. They're going to market it alongside that because it's a Switch game that's coming out on console. I was wrong about that. I said, well, maybe a week or so after Super Dragon Ball Heroes launches, once they get that really going and stuff, the marketing with that, we'll hear more. I was wrong again. Guys, it is beginning to become apparent that we won't hear anything about this game until E3. And it makes me wonder if we'll even hear anything then. I wish I could text. I message Bandai on Twitter and Instagram at least twice a week. And I asked them, when will we hear more about Project Z? It's upsetting from a consumer standpoint that you go to Twitter. For those of y'all who are on Twitter, y'all know this. That when some of the big timers like Rhymestyle, Siriax, Nanogenics, when they tweet, Bandai is quick to reply, especially with Rhymestyle. Very quick to reply and say stuff. And Rhymestyle, if he wanted to, he could have a conversation with Bandai on Twitter, and they would continually talk. But it seems that for the lesser content creators, they don't even, it's not, I could literally tweet and say, Bandai Namco, I love you. I appreciate your products. It's awesome. They wouldn't say a thing. But if Rhymestyle gets on there and says something, or Siriax and Nanogenics, and it could be something, and I've seen it, tweets that doesn't even relate to anything Bandai does, Bandai will reply. And I understand this because, number one, they have a working relationship with each other. And number two, they're their biggest influencers. So, they try to attach themselves to that. I get it from a business standpoint, but also from a business standpoint, it's not very good when you have people like myself, for instance, who's making these videos almost every day and who's put in a lot of work and time for this game and am super excited about it. And it's all genuine. And to ask a simple question or something like that, to not get any kind of response. Some people say, well, DM, they're not going to tell you. Like they'll do it when they're ready. And I get that, but at least say that. What's the harm in saying we haven't found a date yet, or just continue to look out for new information? Something like that. But to say nothing, I don't like that. I guess it's my personality. I don't like being ignored. I don't feel like I'm being ignored. And I feel like if you really want a true successful business, you'll find a way to reach out to any of your fans. This was at the end of January when they released this trailer, when they announced the game. Actually, no, the trailer released into January. They announced it before the end. We're going on almost 4 months. We're finna hit that 4-month mark next month, of course, at the end of the month, but almost 4 months without a single screenshot, a single peep, a single teaser. And I get it. They've had a lot of games come out between then. that they devote themselves to marketing. But in my opinion, if you can market Xenoverse 2, because let's be real, y'all, people, yeah, I still play Xenoverse 2 from time to time, but it's just like, dude, we want to hear more about this new game that's coming out. And I know that all of that sounds negative, but it's leading to the question that I asked at the beginning: is this a good thing or a bad thing? It also makes me wonder, how long have they actually been working on this game? Because if they don't have anything to give us, there's a pretty good chance that they're just balls to the wall trying to get this game ready by the end of the year. But I don't think that's the case. Bandai doesn't seem like the kind of publisher. I haven't heard any kind of rumors or anything negative as far as them being a publisher and putting an enormous workload on their employees or on their studios that develop for them. I think that it's actually a good thing. It's a good thing in my opinion, because it's telling me that they are diligently working on this game. It's telling me that there's a lot that's going into this game, and it tells me that this game is a pretty big deal. Now, I've did a video talking about this before, but I just want to reiterate because everybody may not have heard me talk about this. The fact that they're not showing anything, the fact that they're not talking about it, with some of the other developers, I would be concerned. With some of the other publishers like EA, Bethesda, sometimes I would be concerned because they've been known to put out half-baked products. You know what I'm saying? But with Bandai, I don't think that's the case. I think that this game is going to be bigger and better than we probably could ever have imagined. I believe that we could finally get the true game that we've always been waiting for. And I believe that there's a lot that's going into this game. You know, why release a trailer? Obviously, they've already been working on it. They have some concepts going and stuff like that. These things that we're seeing in the trailer are actually a part of the game. And it looks phenomenal, by the way. But yet and still, we don't have any new information whatsoever. And I know they have it because remember I did a video a while back where a guy actually interviewed one of the producers at Bandai Namco about it, or the directors rather, and he was saying that they can't wait to release the title, and they can't wait to release more information about the game. So they already know what the game is going to be called. They already have information that they could be releasing. They have those things. And so you have to ask yourself the reason, why aren't they releasing it? Why aren't they talking about it? Why haven't they released the title? Because this is going to be a pretty big darn deal. Also, I feel that this game is going to release in the fall. I'm going to tell you straight up, watch. This game is going to release somewhere between September and November. And the reason they're waiting till E3 to talk about it is because this game is going to release to compete with the Call of Duties, with the Maddens, with the NBA Lives, the NBA 2Ks, with all of the big time releases that normally come out in the fall. Bandai is trying to get the upper market on that. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, but Andre, this is a anime game. Why would it compete with sports games? Why would it compete with shooting games or whatever the case may be? Those are completely different genres. Yeah, they're different genres, but they're all still games. Get what I'm saying? Take a restaurant, for instance. You have McDonald's on one hand and you have Taco Bell on the other. They serve completely different food items, yet and still they compete with each other. Why? Because they're both restaurants. They're both in the food industry. You see what I'm saying? Same thing. You take a cars, for instance, you have a Nissan on one hand and you have Toyota on the other. They're two different cars, have different features, they different builds, different looks, but yet and still they compete with each other because they're both cars. So it works the same way in video games. A lot of people don't understand that, but from a marketing standpoint, it works the same way. They know whenever fall comes, the holiday season, that people are going to be out shopping for video games, and they know that there's a lot of AAA titles coming out. So I really believe that they are marketing this game. They're going to market this game, and they're going to put this game out to compete with the big AAA titles, and that's a great thing. This is going to be an RPG game, and there is a huge market of RPG fans. Xenoverse had elements of RPG. It's not an RPG. Fighters, definitely not anywhere near RPG. It's a fighter. But you see how well Fighters did because they took a concept like Dragon Ball and they applied it to a fighting game. And then you see it in tournaments and stuff like that, and it's very popular. And so now they're doing the same thing with a new Dragon Ball game. They're putting it in the concept of an RPG. There are going to be people who have never heard of Dragon Ball, who have never watched it, never read the anime or anything like that, who are going to say, hey, there's a new RPG game coming out. These are people who are fanatics who I love RPGs. I love role-playing games. Mostly open world RPGs. And I don't have to know anything about it. Dragon Age was a game like that. It's an open world RPG game. I don't even know the backstory. Hadn't played the previous games, but I got it because it was an RPG. I looked, oh, this is an open world RPG. I want to try it out. Having known nothing about it and love it. So there's going to be a huge market who will buy and play this game simply because it's an RPG. Now, will it be a true to life RPG? I don't know. That's yet to be seen. That's yet to be seen. Or will it be they're marketing it as an RPG when it'll actually be more of an adventure fighter art with RPG elements? You get what I'm saying? So that's yet to be determined because we know they can market a game one way. Anybody can call a game an RPG. You see what I'm saying? Or will it be, I mean, and there are some great ones out there. You look at Destiny. Destiny can be considered an action RPG. Why? Because all the action takes place right there, and it looks awesome, and the game is fun. But they market it as an MMORPG, a massive multiplayer online role-playing game. Because they want people to know that, hey, this is a game that you play. And they can market Destiny as an adventure RPG because it is adventure. You're collecting resources, you're finding things out. The Witcher, an adventure RPG. It could also be considered an action RPG because all the fighting takes place right there in the open world. So I can't wait to see what they do with this game. But guys, it looks like we're going to be waiting until E3 to find out. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's just because we're almost there. We're at the end of April. We got May, and then we got June. Maybe they'll start leaking some screenshots in May, and we'll get gameplay trailers and titles in June. But that's yet to be determined. But guys, let me know, how y'all feeling right now about this? How are you feeling about the lack of information? Are you okay with it? Does it give you hope that we're really working on this game? Because at the same time, if we got a bunch of information now, it could lead us to believe that the game is pretty much finished and they're just polishing it up. And it's like, no, we want them to take their time on the game, but we still want it in a timely manner. So let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Y'all, appreciate y'all for watching. Till next time, peace.